Hi, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School. This is what I'm calling my daily essentials practice. All of the moves, the poses, the stretches that I like to do every day to feel balanced and healthy in my physical body, emotionally, and mentally. It takes about 20 minutes, so it's easy to squeeze into a busy day. When you're ready, we'll get started standing at the top of your mat. Find your way to the top of your space and take a moment to really arrive. That might be rocking forward and back on your feet, spreading your feet wider or bringing them closer together, whatever feels most natural and comfortable. You can have a soft gaze or close your eyes. And take a moment to really tune in. Notice how you're feeling, what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And imagine sending breath in that direction. I like to practice with a really loud and strong ujjayi breath in and out through my nose, creating a slight constriction at the back of my throat, like you're breathing through a straw or fogging up a mirror. Lengthen each breath in and each breath out, and try to match the length of each one. Eyes can stay closed or blinked open. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. With your right hand, find your left wrist. As you exhale, stretch up and over to your right. Stay grounded in both feet. Continue to breathe here and find some space through your side body. Inhale, come back to center, release your grip. Exhale, left hand finds your right wrist, lean over to your left. Same thing, notice if your weight wants to shift, can you keep it grounded and even between both feet, between your toes and your heels? Continue to breathe. Inhale, come back to center, release your grip. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, take it all the way down, feel free to bend your knees. Lift halfway as you breathe in, long spine, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, hands plant, step your right foot back, and then your left. Hold in a high plank. Notice where your breath is. Notice where you can engage to support yourself and really press into your fingertips. Shift forward, inhale. Lower slowly to your belly as you exhale. Feel free to lower your knees first and take it all the way down. We'll take 3 baby cobras, press into the tops of your feet, be light on your palms, lift your heart. It doesn't have to be high, especially if I'm doing this early. I don't go high, exhale to lower. Twice more, imagine peeling your chest off the ground. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Press it back to a child's pose, hips to heels. Relax your forehead down. And breathe into your back body. Feel your upper back expand with each breath in. Let go of something that's not serving you with each breath out. Next, inhale, come to tabletop. Use your exhale to adjust and align, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. We'll move through cow and cat. Inhale, cow, tailbone lifts, belly down. Send your heart forward between your arms, maybe look slightly up. Exhale, cat, press the ground away, find that opposite movement. Twice more with your breath. I'm snap, crackle, popping today. Maybe you are too. Back to neutral, breathe in. Walk your hands 1 or 2 handprints forward as you exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, send your chest back to your legs. Think long through your spine and pause here. Maybe you want a little bit of movement, a pedal out, a little bit of stillness. Keep your breath flowing. And just notice how you feel. Big toes together to touch, reach your right leg to the sky, breathe in. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Allow for some movement here. Roll your ankle in both directions. Draw big circles with your knee. Explore your hip joints. Extend your leg long, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Wherever your foot lands, maybe between your hands or not, drop your back knee down. So like a supported crescent lunge, we're gonna inhale, reach arms to the sky. And then exhale, sink a little into this. Without completely collapsing, can you engage your left glutes? Find a little lift and then move deeper. I really feel this in my left hip flexors, which have been really tight recently. So this is much needed for me. And we'll stay for a few more breaths. Notice if you're gripping anywhere. Can you release your jaw? Relax your shoulders a bit. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands come down, lift your back knee and step forward, left foot meets your right, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, relax it all down. Inhale to rise, hands sweep high. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace. Reach your knuckles back, lift your heart, lift your chin. As you exhale, bring your hands to your left hip, hug your left elbow back, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. So I'm really pressing down through my right shoulder, breathing into the side of my neck and my trapezius muscle. Neutral neck, hands behind you, breathe in. Take it to the other side, hands to your right hip. Hug your right elbow back, drop your right ear. Breathe into the left side of your neck. Stay strong through your legs and steady with your breath. And then back to center. Release your grip, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. Inhale, float your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back this time, then your right holds your high plank. We're gonna take this to a side plank. You can come to the outer edge of your right foot, or feel free to drop your right knee and lift your left arm to the sky. Find wherever you wanna be today. Side plank is one of my favorite shapes, especially that supported version. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, and take it to the other side. So again, left knee can drop down, right arm lifts, or stack your legs. Come to the outer edge of your left foot. Full inhale. Exhale, release. Tabletop or high plank, breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Movement or stillness, notice that you want to adjust. And without judging that, see if you really need it. I have a tendency to always want to walk my feet in. Sometimes that feels really good as a stretch. Sometimes it's just a habit. It's not totally necessary. Feet together, big toes touch. This time left leg to the sky, breathe in. Open up your hip, bend your knee. And again, find movement here. Roll your ankle in both directions. Draw big circles with your knee. Explore how your joints feel. Extend your leg long, inhale. Exhale, step forward, right knee lowers down. Find strength through the groundedness, lift your chest, lift your arms, engage your right glutes, stay relatively engaged through your core, and then gently lean forward. So I'm not looking for a big dump or collapse or the deepest version of this. I want some structure, for me at least personally. You find what works for you. And then a gentle stretch or deepening. One more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands down. Lift your back knee, take a breath in. Exhale, step forward, right foot meets your left, forward fold. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Inhale, root to rise, hands reach high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale to chair pose, and oftentimes I like my big toes touching. Today, hip distance feels more natural or comfortable. Take cactus arms to really open your chest. See if you can sit a little deeper into your legs. Turn on your glutes, your hamstrings, lift your core. Relax your shoulders. Shift your weight to your left. We're going to take this to one-legged Tadasana, hands to heart, right knee lifts like you're taking a big step. Breathe in. And then exhale to tree pose. I'm going to use my hand to guide my right foot to my left thigh. You might choose to keep your toes closer to the ground or come to your left calf. Knee points out to the side. Reach up through the crown of your head. Steady eyes helps with balance. Breathing helps with everything. Release your leg down, shake it out, and we'll repeat that. Arms to the sky, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Inhale to chair. Exhale, cactus your arms. Sit a little bit deeper. Notice how this feels. Where you can engage, where you can release. Always finding that balance. Weight to your right foot, hands to your heart, one-legged Tadasana, left knee rises. And then find your way to your tree pose. Try to stay tall and lifted rather than collapsing into your standing leg. Tree pose is one of my all-time favorite poses. So simple, and yet can be so challenging. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release, let it go. Shake it all out. Take your feet wide. Reach your arms to the sky. Breathe in. And forward fold. Breathe out. We'll start in a ragdoll. You can hold opposite elbows. Let your head and neck relax and add a little bit of movement here. Not trying to reach the ground necessarily, just letting gravity do the work. So I'm really bending my knees and kind of shifting my weight. A little dynamic stretching always feels good to me. Release your hands down to the ground. Keep your feet wide, lift halfway, breathe in. As you exhale, right fingertips or palm below your face, right knee bends, left arm to the sky. Try to pull your left hip back. Try to lengthen your spine. This one feels so good right now. Really tight on this side. So I feel that nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, release. Halfway lift, breathe in. Other side, left knee bends, left palm or fingers down, right arm to the sky. Full inhale, exhale, release. Heels in, toes slightly out, sit down for Malasana, hands to your heart. Open up through your chest, think long through your spine, and breathe space into those places that need it. I like a little head movement here. You're welcome to customize this. Breathe in. Exhale to sit. Maybe one hand in front, one hand behind to guide you down. We'll take a cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana, sometimes referred to as butterfly. Knees wide, soles of your feet together. Lift your heart, breathe in. And then fold over your legs as you breathe out. And I usually like to teach with a flat back. That feels good in my low back. Sometimes with a more rounded spine feels better along my spine. So explore what works for you. You can open your feet like a book or press your elbows down into your calves. One more breath. Lift yourself up, knees together for a boat pose. Float your shins, arms go wide. Find that core strength, a lift of your chest. Maybe legs go straight for a little bit more sensation. Deep breath in. Exhale, cross your ankles. Step or hop back. You can move through a flow vinyasa, your chaturanga up dog or cobra to down dog. You can simply lift your hips for downward facing dog. Feet together, big toes touch. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Draw your shin forward for a pigeon. And if this feels like a lot on your knee, or you don't have strong knees or have some stuff going on, you might prefer to take this in your back on a figure 4. Your right ankle crosses your left thigh. You can see I got a lot of space here. It's morning for me right now. I'm pretty tight, so I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna breathe in to lift my chest and then breathe out to walk a little bit forward and find some depth. We won't be here super long. You can always come back and you can always stay longer if you prefer. But even a little bit of time here feels so good. Walk your hands in, lift your chest, take your weights to your right hand, your right hip, and swing your left leg around. If you're on your back, you can come up to seated. We're gonna set up for a twist. Left knee to the sky, left hand behind you. Right arm reaches high, breathe in. Hook your elbow or hug your knee and twist to your left. Imagine lengthening your spine with each breath in and then using your breath out to deepen the twist to your own degree. Chin can stay above sternum or start to turn to your left. And slowly unwind. Counter twist to the opposite direction, upright or a little bow forward, and then extend your left leg in front. Let your right knee fall out to the side. Like you're taking your tree pose again, but seated. We'll find a head to knee. Both arms to the sky, breathe in. Fold over your leg as you breathe out, Janu Shirshasana. Let your head and neck relax. Let your breath fill those spaces that are talking to you. Lift yourself up, what I call mild thing or dancer stretch. Some people call it right hand behind you. Press into your right hand, lift your hips, extend through the front of your body, and then lower down. Back to downward facing dog to find those shapes on the other side. Left leg high, breathe in. Draw your shin forward, set up for your pigeon as you breathe out. And notice what angle your leg wants to take. Extend your back leg. You don't have to force it to parallel to the front of your mat. Many of our bodies just don't work that way. Use an exhale to crawl yourself forward. Let your head and your neck go. Let's take one more breath. Remember, you can always stay longer. You can always come back to this. Walk your hands in, weight to your left hand, left hip, swing your right leg around, set up for your twist. Right foot outside your left thigh, right hand behind you, left arm high, big breath in. Exhale to twist to your right. Unwind, counter twist in the opposite direction. And then extend your right leg out. Long, left knee bent for your head to knee. Arms high, breathe in. Fold over your extended leg as you breathe out. And there's something about focusing on one leg in this forward fold that lets me feel it a little bit more intentionally. Lets me feel the differences between both sides a little bit better. Walk it back in. Left hand behind you, right arm high. Lift your hips. Find a counter stretch. Big inhale. And exhale, release it down. Bend your knees, place your feet on your mat, and then roll all the way down to your back. If you need to adjust, of course, please do. Bridge pose, hands by your sides, palms flat. Knees right above your ankles. Press through your feet, lift your hips. Use your glutes and your hamstrings to find openness through the front of your body and breathe into your low belly your ribs, your upper chest. And slowly roll all the way down. Hug your knees to your chest. Happy baby. Hold wherever you comfortably can. It might be behind your knees. It might be to your calves. It might be to your feet. I like outer edges. Some people prefer inner. Try to get your tailbone long. One more breath. And then I'm coming to Shavasana. You can take any other shapes you like. Just a moment to pause. Short practice means a short Shavasana, but of course, please honor what your body's asking and take more if you'd like more. Let go of any last control and simply allow yourself to be here in this moment and present. You can stay or add some movements, wiggles, and stretches to reawaken. Arms above you for a big full body stretch. And then with eyes closed or soft, turn to one side, press up to a seat, and take a moment there to pause. Hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for making the time to move, to breathe, to take care of you. And I thank you as always for joining and supporting. We'll bow our heads together in silence. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.